pads went on. The defense obviously challenges us. Going against those guys every day makes us better. So, without looking at tape, I thought the intensity was there. Obviously we'll watch the film and see if the little things were done right, but I thought overall those guys went there competing.
How much?
Obviously there's a lot more work to do. I'm glad it's 20 some odd days away from game time. We still got to get better at the little things. Like I told the guys the other day, the big things we know. It's just the little things, just great ball security, communication with the offensive line. Those are the things hopefully that continue to grow as we go on.
Just how much more comfortable do you feel with them off the field, having to, you came in so late in the spring and now you've had a few months with them and it's more time with them?
I know them and they know me. I got a better feel of what each one of those guys can do, and I think they have a great feel of my expectations of them. So now it's getting to be where they can finish my sentences. They know what I want just by the way I look at them. So I think it's just a comfort level of them knowing me and knowing what I want and me knowing each one of those guys and what they bring to the table.
It seems like you're pretty hard, pretty intense on them. You feel like they're responding maybe better than maybe they were in the spring when it was still kind of new and fresh.
They do. It just comes from understanding. It just coming. They understand the expectations of this offense. Coach Jones, Coach Jake, and me as a position coach. So I think it's just more of a comfort level. They understand why we're so intense as coaches. They understand what we want. Fast and furious is the way we play, so we demand a lot out of them.
You talked a lot after the team.
So really challenging him to do that, and then also trying to get him to understand that his role is going to be the bigger back. So really pushing him to have great pad level, finish his runs, and be great at protection. So I'm always going to be tough on him, and so far he's responding well.
Coach, can you talk about the competition? There's a lot of running the competition at your position. 5 practices in, how that competition's stacking out. Anybody starting to separate themselves a little bit?
You know what? Obviously having the older 2 guys, the guys that have really played, Rajon and Marlon, both of those guys are really competing right now. We have a really good atmosphere in the running back room. The guys compete on the field, but they really help each other off the field. So far 5 days in, the guys are working hard, steady competing. There's no depth chart, and I think that's what's making the guys hungry right now competing.
Right, Coach, you're good.
With Marlon,
him is, we have to realize that he only practiced 5 times in the spring, and so this is really his 10th practice with us, whereas other guys maybe 18th or 19th practice. So he's still learning, just getting everything going, just not going to rush off, but so far he's been okay.
Coach Jake a minute ago was saying he was pretty pleased with the overall pickup of the offense. It just seemed like every day is not perfect, obviously, but it's generally getting better at a rate that he feels pretty good about. I know it's never as good as you want, but do you agree with that? Are you pretty comfortable with it?
Well, the expectations are high for us as a coaching staff. The standards have been set. Coach Jones has laid the foundation of what he wants, and the kids understand that. So they understand every day that they have to go out and try to reach that level, and they probably never will. And that's the standard that we want those guys to have every day. Where they go out and compete and understand they're probably not going to ever reach it, but they have to continue to work hard. So far they're doing good. They don't hang their heads when we get on them. And that's the part that's encouraging to our coaching staff and to us, that these are good kids and they're working hard every day and they're buying into whatever we tell them to do.
Justice Pickett, what do you see from him?
Really good job. Obviously it's almost like having a junior college player come in. He's hungry, has a lot to prove. Really good kid, smart, was able to pick up on the things as far as adjustments, protections. He was able to relate them to his last school. So again, you're talking about a guy that's played 2 years as a true freshman, as a true sophomore. So it's really good to have that kind of maturity in the group. Came in and fit in really good from a mentality standpoint. Hit it off well with the players. So far he's doing really well.
Physical standpoint, he's listed at something like 180 or something in there. He looks a little bigger than that now.
You know what? He's a strong kid. He's strong. He has all of his weight in the right places. He's low to the ground. He has some burst to him, some suddenness. Has done a really good job in pass protection so far. So I think he's a kid that whether he can help us now or later, I think he's going to be a great asset to us, both on the offensive side of the field and also on special teams.
All right, that's it, guys.